Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones, and welcome to Erebus. How are you guys doing today? How's life? What is this? Barley. Well, today we're looking for something very special which I already got. It's called Woodlouse Ball. It took me a while to figure it out how to get it, but essentially you need to find hollow acacia logs or any hollow logs. You break it and you should get a bug. You right click. And there you go. We just needed two anyways, we can go back home. This item that we just got is very important. You need it in order to make a neutron collector. That was something incredibly weird in the recipe, but we just needed two. And yes, basically this is the plan. We just need to have one neutron collector. Which so far, to be honest with you, it's one of the worst recipes ever. Not because it has anything complicated, everything is like super cheap and easy, it's just too many blocks. Also, I was under the impression that we made a chaotic core. Yes. We just need some of you, a bit of cores, a bit of other cores, a bit of electrotine, and the very special item that I love the most, a demon ingot. Lovely. Some ultimate ingots, and we also need some coolers. This machine block from extra utilities was a horrible thing to make, so we shall never make it again. Coolers go like so. A few weird recipes just to irritate you, nothing else. Which if it was irritating, I have no idea why I made too many. We have the dark iron plate, and we just need some crystallized redstone. The clusters go in, and voila, the neutron collector. Amazing. We just need the one. Literally. Because neutronium has EMC and it also has a seed, so you're like, well, why the hell do I need more? Actually, why the hell would you need more? Even the block has EMC. Well, I have been playing around with a few things, but we have our first pile of neutron, so we don't need you anymore. And here's what we're going to do. We're just going to dupe it. We shall make nuggets. Dupe that one too. We shall make some ingots. Shocking. We're gonna dupe it. And maybe some blocks. And we're going to teach the rest to our transmutation tablet. So we're going to get into extreme crafting, and I was thinking, what should we do? There is a new terminal from this version of Applied Energistics, and I thought it's going to be great because it's called EMI Extended Processing Pattern Terminal. You would expect so much, right? It's just 16 slots. So yeah, maybe it's good for the Infinity Catalyst, but for this one, you have to go with the old traditional methods. You go away. Hey! I broke that. My security terminal. Go back. Now nothing works. We shall sync you again. Do you work now? Yes. Also, somebody gave me an amazing tip. Do you remember that I really hate this? He told me make a pattern encoder. And he is right. This is amazing. Well, at least I'm hoping he's right. Oh my goodness, he's right. Thank you. So what is the plan for today? A very good question. I want to try and get some chaos catalyst. I'm sure I cannot do it today because it's a lot of crafting, but this is the goal. After we get the chaos catalyst, making the infinity ingot is going to be super easy because we almost have everything. It is very true that we need only 9 infinity ingots because then we would be able to make a block, we will animate it, and we will have infinite numbers of infinity ingots. But the problem is the infinity catalyst itself. If you guys remember, in Kappa mode, we needed the infinity catalyst in order to make something much more important. If I can find it. Yes, the chaos catalyst. And again, if you guys remember, we needed the chaos catalyst in order to make the chaos ingot. And of course, we needed the chaos ingot in order to make the chaos plank. In this version of Project Ozone, we just don't need to have 8 chaos plank. We need way more. Because you know, you need it for the Omen ingot, and Omen ingot is required in very large quantities. So that means that unlike Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode, we don't need 1800 infinity catalyst, we're going to need way more. How much more? I don't know. So I think we're going to make an independent system for it so that it will consistently craft it for us. Again, how are we going to do that? I have no idea. So in the meantime, I have been cleaning up the base a bit, but just a bit. And yes, I missed a few spots. Another thing that I was doing is that I didn't really remember how to automate these ultimate crafting tables. I did knew that you need an automation interface, but I didn't know how to automate the automation interface. But I think eventually I figured it out, so we are going to automate this later on. But long story short, we have a few cosmic meatballs. I also had to reconfigure some of our wood farms in order to get gas, venison, and etc. The rest of them have EMC, so I'm not worried. And I don't know when is the time to stop, cause I have 65,000 venison. We go to 100,000. Anyways, I have also removed a ton of blocks that we were spawning, and then I realized we're also running out of essence. Since we are not going to need neutral steel ever again, and yes, I have turned it off, we're gonna borrow some of these magma crucibles. It's a lovely thing that they stack. Oh, and by the way, the reason that I say we don't need neutral steel anymore is that we need the earlier tier ones only in order to make the different types of essences from mystical agriculture, correct? I have animated every single block essence, and therefore if we want to craft something, it's gonna be super easy. I don't know, 1000 supremium. Yes, we are missing the cobbled soulstone that has EMC, but you see, there is no neutral steel. Also, I think the same goes with insanium, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, as you guys probably know, the way that we're getting essence is through this mob farm. So far it has been like so. We have a mob crusher, kills the mobs, we get a teeny tiny bit of essence. And that teeny tiny bit so far has been like 20,000 buckets. But another thing that I have been doing is that I have been converting the solidified experience that we were getting from the mob farm, and I have been smelting that. So we have 43,000 essence of knowledge. But this is not the essence, this is the essence of knowledge. We want to be able to take the knowledge away. And well, how do we do that? There is a machine from Industrial Foregoing called Fluid Dictionary Converter, and what you do is that you give it essence of knowledge and you get whatever you want. Because they're the same fluid dictionary, so for example, I can convert the essence of knowledge into experience and also essence. The problem is that I have noticed that this guy has a cap of 100 millibuckets per tick, which is not great. You see? It's just 100 millibuckets, which I think it's going to be enough for our mob farm because you might notice it's not consuming that much, but I also want a crazy amount of experience. So I guess let me try to set up something and I'll be right back. And yes, we have a new island over here. For the ultimate stew, we need to have a farm, so I thought, yeah, we need flat space. The other flat space that you see over there is going to be for Botania. Okay, so we have 28 magma crucibles, which are going to make us the essence of knowledge, and we're going to have 2 energy condensers. That is the wrong energy condenser. That is the correct energy condenser. What did I do? It's fine, we have plenty of all of them. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do solidified experience, and I'm going to be extremely honest with you, we're just going to give it a bunch of emeralds and we're never ever going to refill that again. I honestly don't think it's going to be necessary. That is 863 EMC, this one is, I don't know, 700 billion. So it's going to last for a very, very long time. Oh, these are very fast. We might need to extract a bit more. You know, have 2 connections. I want half of these guys to be dedicated to making us essence and the other half making us experience. That is a decent rate. That's a few buckets every second. It was an overkill, I knew that. It's a bit of an over-engineering for what it does, but basically we have the magma crucible, we're getting the essence of knowledge, we're converting it down there, and we also have an elevator, which goes up and down. But up here we do have an XP obelisk, which I can take the experience that I want. I don't really know, I wanted to have an elevator, and I also wanted to have some fluid inside the fluid ducts. Oh, and by the way, this is our smeltery. It's not fully set up, and I'm not sure if we need it, but this is going to be its place. And moving on with extended crafting, I thought we were going to start with something a bit easier than Cosmic Stew. I say easier, but this also requires a lot of preparation. We're going to start with Endless Pearl. So one of the things that you might notice is that making one Endless Pearl requires the Stellar Singularity. Oh, and talking about singularities, I have already made another Ultimate Singularity, so there you go. Making 3 sets of them paid off a lot. Let's copy that. That is expensive. I have been hoping that you're gonna keep up better. Well, it's fine. I leave it run. And maybe we try to make it go a bit faster? So does it go any faster? Where am I? Oh, here. But even at this speed, I'm not really worried. We have 190. And you see the speed. So we put you in this one. I never used that one. So let us get back to the Endless Pearl. There are a few problems, as you might notice. One of them is that we need the Ender Star, which is a horrible crafting recipe, but thankfully it does have a block. We just dupe some of you, and we try to make 2 blocks. Yeah, the reason I'm making 2 blocks is that I have removed most of the mobs and now I don't know which one is which. It's nice to have some sort of an indicator. Unstable Ender Pearl does have EMC, so we're not worried. Stable Ender Pearl also has EMC. And most importantly, Fluid Pearls. But one thing which doesn't have EMC is the Slime Pearl, and unfortunately we don't really have that many of it. Yeah, 2130. That is perfectly fine, we just need to find the slime. I have a feeling they do, oh yeah, they do spawn here. Hello. Well, I installed it, but the rate is garbage. And I mean really garbage. And it is fully upgraded, and this is the speed, which is, we're never ever going to make it. Cause here's the thing, even if the recipes are like capo mode, we need like 2000 Infinity Catalyst, and well, we need 2000 Endless Pearl, and we need 8000 Slime Pearls. And the recipes are not similar. It's not humongously better, but it's not that bad. Worst comes to worst, I kill them manually. Yeah, it's not great. It's really not great. But talking about spawners, there is one more thing that we have to do, which has nothing to do with the Endless Pearl, but we might as well do it right now. We do need a few thousand Naga scales for the Infinity Catalyst, and I'm assuming we can just use wood, if it works. Please? Yes, you're alive. Perfection. And this is a problem. Slimes are the worst. Well, finally, I think I have found a better solution. In our old mob farm, it's super fast. Really fast. I mean, I just set it up and we have 845. However, my main problem is that this is incredibly laggy and I have no idea why. Well, I need a few thousand to get started. We suffer the lag. Oops, forgot I'm facing through blocks. Yes. Yeah, even though this is laggy, I think this is the way to go because we have 1194. We just don't go there for a few hours and see what happens. So obviously we would be able to make the stellar singularity using our applied energistic system, but this is incredibly slow. So what we're going to do is that we're going to borrow this quantum compressor and we just do it directly with an energy condenser. Yeah, this is not even a problem. We're just pumping in stellar blocks. However, another problem is the infused ender pearl, which does not have an EMC, and dimensional shards don't also have an EMC. But we do have the ores which we got from the laser drills, and I'm assuming you can animate it. Yes, you can. I added the additional blocks. Now we need to do some processing, especially for dimensional shards, which I believe the easiest thing to do is to steal one of these sag mills. This is our junkyard. I just come here to gather machines. With the dimensional shard, I think we have taken care of everything that we need for the endless pearl. So let us automate it. Just like 50 million different types of pearls. Any other pearl? Oh, sure. Oh, I got a quest for a singularity. I held one stack. So what we need to do is that we need to have the ultimate crafting table, we need to have the automation interface, and I'm putting a crate on top of the interface. We need to have at least one pattern, which we're missing a few stuff. I did not even make a pattern for that. So here is the recipe for the endless pearl. We shall have one of them in the crafting table. We ask you to save the recipe. And I think we can have an interface somewhere around here. We hook it up to our system and we ask it to export the ingredients. What are they? Yeah, it seems that it only has 9 ingredients, so we should be fine. We're exporting a stack of each one. Oh, and by the way, you need a crafting cart, because it does know how to craft some of the items and some of the items have to be crafted anyways. I'm going to use thermodynamics, we're going to use an impulse item duct, we shall have a resonant filter, and we ask it to only keep one stack of items inside this crate. And then I'm assuming the only thing I have to do is to just extract, like so. They should go into the crate and we should not get more than one stack. We ask the automation interface to insert the items from the inventory on top, which is the crate, and we just have to give it power, I guess. Yeah, the question is, are you crafting the items that I don't have? No, well, you haven't used them yet. The problem is that, honestly speaking, I don't trust this applied energistic system. Maybe we should also put on auto eject? Ah, no, auto extract. Up. Yes, very good. We're getting endless pearls. That should be a quest, no? Apparently not. I thought this is one of the more complex recipes, so let's have 2 of them. Because the amount of items that you have to pump in is actually a lot. Where is it? Yes, something like cosmic meatballs, it's not that bad. Because I was checking, the speed that we're getting endless pearls is not amazing. We only have 116. The second one hasn't kicked in yet, which is fine. We move to cosmic meatballs. Yeah, I think it was a wise choice to have 2 ultimate crafting tables in order to make endless pearl and 1 for cosmic meatballs, because we are getting cosmic meatballs much faster. Way faster. But in the meantime, we have 11,000 slime pearls. Let us import them into our system. Very good. It's going in. For the infinity catalyst itself, we almost have everything except the ultimate stew, which is going to be a pain. Well, unfortunately, we need to do some purchases. How do we purchase? I don't know. Ah, yes. RAKs. Oh, I have to buy so much garbage. It's like crazy. It's too many items and I thought maybe we should start doing this row by row, and I started from the bottom row. Don't ask me why. The problem is that some of the items obviously do have EMC, so we're not worried about them. Some of the items have to be grown, you know, like okras. And some of the items come from different types of trees, but some of them have EMC and some of them don't. So my main question is, do we standardize everything using phytogenic insulators? Because that makes the most sense. I mean, we want them at the same speed and Phytogrow has EMC. Oh, it's a shame you don't have EMC. Aha, so this is the compact machine that we were using for neutral steel and, well, there's the balance, 120,000. Oh, it's even 2nd degree. I almost broke it, but thankfully I realized it's full. But in any case, let us talk about Cosmic Stew. It's exactly 81 ingredients, correct? That means we are going to have exactly 81 phytogenic insulators. And yes, I'm fully aware this is a pile of neutron, but symmetry is important. 9 by 9 it is. Besides, Direwolf is going to be proud, which is important. And yes, we do have a red print. You know, it has been 8 or 10 years that I have been playing with thermal expansion and I never knew how to reset this. You just hold sneak and right click in midair. Anyways, this is the setting that we want. We copy and paste it 81 times. How would I know if I missed one? Oh, okay, I will. Yeah, we seem to be fine and they could have been one block to this side. Let's do that. That is what I call lovely. Except my eyes. Those are beautiful. You might be thinking to yourself, this is so easy, he's just placing some conduits. Remember, by the time I'm done, I have clicked 270 times, minus the configuration. That's 360. And now I kind of forgot, what did I connect? Ah, fluid and power. This is a horrible outcome, so I have 49 item conduits left, and the rest of them are 47. Ah, one imposter, 2 imposters. We're good. So obviously all of these machines are going to need power, hence we are going to have some capacitor banks like so. I have absolutely no idea how much power it's going to consume, but we're going to have a few Spectre coils and maybe add more capacitor banks, you know, so that we don't have any issues with input and output. Yeah, it's 450,000, we're good. My upgrade kits are ready. Perfect. I was going to say that I have done a perfect calculation and I missed some. Derping and boo-boos aside, I think now we have a functioning system. I made a few more boo-boos. For example, I never paid attention that you need to extract on a different channel and insert on a different channel, because otherwise all the seeds that you're going to get from the phytogenic insulator just goes into the other ones. So I had to empty everything. That was fun. Another thing that I never paid attention to is that in order to grow a sapling, you need a special augment. And the most important thing I discovered is that the nullification chamber is kind of redundant. I thought we were going to get rid of the extra saplings and seeds, but we're extracting it, so I don't know why I did that. But in general, this should work. Although there are a few things that I don't really think we can use a phytogenic insulator for it. For example, if we have melons, we get this kind of melon. Yeah, it's fine. For those, we just use a bunch of EMC. Well, this is relatively a good sign. I have 5 items remaining on my hotbar, and there are 5 empty slots. These are all the 81 items that we need for the Cosmic Stew. Ultimate Stew. Also, eventually I realized I'm not inserting the items fast enough, so I do have a phantom face, which is hooked up to the drawer controller over there. As I have already mentioned, some of the items are not really crops. For example, sunflower. I mean, at least the seeds. So what we're gonna do is that we're just gonna dupe it. And you know, make a spot and wait until it's full. What happened? Seriously, what happened? You're not inserting the items. I keep saying it, translocators are a bit garbage. Yeah, conduits are better. I have absolutely no idea how many ultimate stews we're going to need, so 32,000? Do I go higher? I really don't know. Well, I mean, hopefully we are never ever going to make 63,000 of it. We're almost done, everything is fully functioning except 2 items, and one of them really has me scared. Of course, the other one is the seed, which is not a huge problem because we just have to plant it. With the imaginary time block, this should be ready in no time. We don't even have to 10-10-10 it. The other one is Plum. If you guys remember, this is an item that you get whenever the leaves are going to despawn. But it's extremely rare. We had 2, we still have 2. I have been trying a croak, it doesn't seem to increase our chances. Yeah, we still have 2. So having a huge tree farm could be one way of doing that. Another way is that we just EMC leaves. I think this should also give you a decent supply of plum. How much leaves do I have? Why are you still placing it? Oh, you consume EMC? Huh. Didn't know that. Anyways, let us vein mine this. We got nothing. Yeah, we got 1. Oh, 2. Yes. We're making progress. So the question is, how do I get this? It doesn't have EMC, it doesn't have any other way, it doesn't even have a recipe. I'm going to go with my own solution, but if you ever had a better solution, I'm going to use that. Although, first we have to understand if my solution works. So far, no. I'm placing down leaves, I'm trying to get plums. Even if you give me 1, I'll be happy. Because the thing is, I can actually scale this, and if you have a tree farm, I think it's going to be more laggy, but this is not paying off. What if we go with a farming station? I don't know, I'm just going to put it far, far away. So, we put you here, just for now. You can have my axe. Here's your capacitor. You're very high maintenance. Here's your power, shut up. And I don't know, saplings? Plant it. Holy, you have a huge range. We go with a smaller capacitor. Why don't you plant it? That is an axe. Do you need to have a hoe? There is a hoe. Oh, they grew. Aha. We got 2. Did you at least give me 1? Oh, you dropped everything. Well, this system would have also worked, but we're going to go with the farm. But I think another thing that we should be able to do is that we can use these things, right? You know, so that they never break. Well, the hoe does not seem to be acceptable. I don't understand this for some reason. It does require the hoe to plant it, but fine, I can make a hoe. First things first, the hoe does not take any durability damage. Apparently, it's not tilling the ground. Secondly, you're like, oh, we have EMC, we have the wand of animation, so the world is not going to be laggy anymore. You're wrong. All of this for like 100 plums. Yeah, it's still not even 100. Oh my goodness. What are you supposed to do? It is what it is. What can you do? I used to like plums. Whoop. Oh yes, I shouldn't use that. So here is the slot for plums. Give me some more. Yay, we got 100 and I have 10,000 beetroots. Well, I don't know about you, let's at least get some ultimate stew. Everything rhymes. Also, the tiny pile of neutron is visible. Yes, actually before making the ultimate stew, I forgot about the seed. But this is fine enough, I'm not even going to 10-10-10 it. It's decently fast, it's certainly faster than the plums. What happened there? Power should keep up. I mean, that's a draconic solar panel, it should keep up. So, where were we? the final item. This is a semi-amazing moment for me and slightly stressful because I'm filling in the recipe, and if I have done something wrong, I have no idea where to fix it. Because to be honest with you, I have no idea where would I have made a mistake. Also, this is the final row. Please be correct. Yes, yes, finally. This is called progress. And that's it. We have 2 recipes for the ultimate stew, and we have 94 plums. Well, technically speaking, we also have 2 stacks inside the crafting tables. Also, can I do this? No, there was a way. I don't remember the way. Who cares? We just do it one by one. This is actually one of our most complicated craftings. There's nothing more complicated than this. Because it's 81 different types of item, that's it. I'm hoping you have enough space for 81 items, do you? I never checked. But yeah, we're getting the ultimate stew. Perfection at its finest. Even my hands are shaken. Wait a minute, you're not a quest. Oh, you are. Yes, yes. We just import that one into our system and we're good to go. We're out of plums. I'm just saying. So with the ultimate stew, we have automated everything that we needed in order to make the Infinity Catalyst. Therefore, next episode, we should be able to make the Infinity Catalyst, make the Infinity Ingot, convert it into a block, and animate it. So probably by next episode, I can make my Infinity Armor and the Sword of the Cosmos. I never checked the recipe of the Sword of the Cosmos. It's not that bad, I think. Never mind. It's not great. Well, on the other hand, all of them are easily craftable. Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, but with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.